The Patriots have made plenty of mistakes since Brady left 6 years ago, but good for them. It's looking a bit better now. But let's look at some of the pieces that got them to the point of where they have to turn it back around and start rebuilding and putting together a better roster. Obviously, they've started with Drake May and also this year going out and getting Will Campbell in the first round. Then even drafting a running back in the second, Travion Henderson, is definitely going to help that offense. And the defense should hopefully piece together for them, but it is going to be a rocky road. Now, if you have any thoughts on the situation or want to add or counter to anything I say, feel free to drop a comment below. I appreciate any good words, whether good or bad. Now let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing we'll be talking about is the Mac Jones treatment. He had a very solid first season as the Patriots quarterback, going to the playoffs and making a Pro Bowl. He looked like one of the best rookie quarterbacks that year, although it was pretty iffy draft for quarterbacks. But after Josh McDaniels left, a lot fell apart for Mac Jones dealing with Patricia as his OC and being constantly benched. Mac Jones started getting the short end of the stick. Mac Jones' second year ended up he went 2-9 as the starting quarterback. Mac Jones had 4 different games where he ended up getting benched that season. Obviously, bad play is bad play, but when you're trying to develop your second year quarterback who started all his first season, constantly benching him isn't going to help. It feels in a way that Mac Jones may have been so successful year one due to Josh McDaniels, but the way Belichick and Matt Patricia handled him was not good for him in his second year to grow as a player. The constant benching after starting was not great for confidence in any way, and also taking you out mid-game gives the quarterback no chance to lead a comeback or to even just grow and experience that. It's like they tried to shelter him, but at the same time, they just did it horribly. Next thing we'll be talking about is a couple of their coaching decisions. Making Matt Patricia the OC in 2022 is very, very interesting. He led a Detroit team to little success before coming back to the Pats and was always a more defensive oriented coach. That's why he was the Pats DC. The Lions under Matt Patricia weren't the best on either side of the ball. They ranked as an average offense in yards per game in 2019, and the year before in 2018, they were near the bottom of the league. On defense, though, they were 10th best in yards per game in 2018, but fell off drastically to be in the basement of 2019. So it kind of seemed like Patricia couldn't lead them on either side of the ball. But of course, Patricia was normally a solid defensive coordinator for the Patriots. Obviously, Bill Belichick probably controlled a bit of that defense too. But to decide to bring him in as an OC after he failed to lead a competent offense as a head coach was a very bad move, especially considering they were trying to develop Mac Jones. The year Matt Patricia was the OC, this is a wrong where yet we haven't quite seen if it's fully fixed. It did ruin Mac Jones' development, and we haven't seen a true Pats offense yet. Now, with Drake May and Josh McDaniels, I actually think they may come to a good resolution with this mistake because it kind of feels like even when Mac Jones was in his first season, his ceiling was never talked about as super high, but a lot of people see Drake May as a high ceiling type of guy. So we're just going to have to see how he develops. And I think Josh McDaniel should be a big help for him. But the next coaching mistake they made was Gerard Mayo, and I was never a massive fan of the signing. I thought it felt kind of like a bridge coaching hire, which is normally not something you want to do, especially with a younger quarterback on the roster. Of course, Gerard Mayo was one and done, and some people disagree with the fact that he went one and done. I feel like it was the right move, especially since they made an upgrade landing Mike Vrabel. I wasn't a big fan of the Gerard Mayo hire due to it feeling like he was a little unready. He had yet to be a full-time coordinator in the NFL, and it kind of felt like a blindfolded shot at a dartboard. Feels like they did a bit more hoping than actually thinking he was the right move. You can kind of tell the unreadiness based on some of his interviews, especially one where he was asked about the running back change last minute, and he just says coach's decision. Then he just says it again and again, and when asked to elaborate, he doesn't, which I understand, but it feels like if you just chose to change it last second, that's kind of a stupid move. Like, it felt like at times he wasn't as serious of a coach as the team needs. I honestly do like the potential for Gerard Mayo, though, if he just, matures a bit, becomes a coordinator, a full-time coordinator in the NFL, too. Like, I think never being a full-time coordinator and jumping straight to being a head coach is definitely a mistake the Patriots made with him. And obviously, he played with the Patriots as a player, and he was in the Patriots system for a while as like a positions coach, especially linebacker, I believe. But it's just a decision where it's like it's kind of clear he's probably not ready, but you're just going to go ahead and make the move for whatever reason. I guess it just felt like a forced move.